Super Smash Brothers Brawl?
Nah, they don't have my main.
What do you mean your main?
That would be the character that one would be most experienced with and would be their common player of choice.
Oh, and who would your main be?
Pichu.
Hey, what are you guys doing out here? Max will be in here any second to work on a new video. Go, 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 get out. Sorry, Max. You can take it from here.
Thanks, guys. Well, as you heard from them, and as you can see from the title of the video down here, or wherever YouTube puts it in the next update, probably smashed into this corner. Digressing a bit, do you guys realize how many videos have obsolete jokes now because of that update?
I'm Egoraptor. You might know me from...
I mean, look at the title of the video.
Anyway, as I was saying, this will be a fairly fun list spanning all gaming generations I've played in, and a whole variety of games from Nintendo 64, GameCube, Wii, and even modern day apps. This is my top 10 mains. Starting off the list is probably Mario's second most known villain, Wario. Ever since seeing the success of Super Mario Kart for the SNES, Wario has never been one to decline an invitation to Mario's fun, harmless kart races. Now, I don't truly have a main character I play as in the Mario Kart series as a whole. I have Wario for Nintendo 64, I usually use a Mii for Mario Kart Wii, and I can't even remember who I would use for Double Dash. Probably Toad and Toadette. Now that I think about it, I think I like Toad just as much as I do Wario in Mario Kart 64. I guess it'll have to be a draw between the two. Wario was actually in my number 9 slot until I ran into this issue. I usually use Toad during solo races, and I normally use Wario when playing against someone else. So, since the decision is so mixed, I had to move this to number 10, because I guess I don't have one true Mario Kart 64 main. Next up on the list, we have a fairly generic and probably obvious answer. My number 9 main thing I like playing as can be summed up as any emergency vehicle from any racing game. Whether it's the ambulance from Destruction Derby 64, the cop car from Cruising USA, the fire truck from Midtown Madness, or even the police beetle from Beetle Adventure Racing, the emergency vehicles are always the ones that I tend to rely on. Now, why is this, you might ask? Well, it could be the fancy design, could be the sense that you're now above the law, but overall, I think it's the fact that they always tend to be the most overpowered cars in their entire games. They're usually super strong, but most notably, they're always super fast. However, I can't say that they are the best things in the world. I mean, it's a fake digitized car, not something you can really get emotionally attached to. But pretty soon, we'll start getting into those types of characters later. Taking 8th on this list, we have someone from a galaxy far, far away in a game that came out a long time ago. JonTronShow. I mentioned this guy way back in my top 10 Nintendo 64 racing games when I mentioned Star Wars Episode 1 Racer. So if you've seen that, you already know the main and only reason that I like playing as Teamto. But in case you haven't seen that video, I'll tell you why. The only reason I like JonTronShow can be summed up in 2 or 3 words: his pod racer. The O shape of the cockpit, the large pods, it's just a cool pod racer that always tends to catch my attention while watching the movies. And I can tell you, there's no peg of lies when I say he's my most favorite pod racer ever. Sorry, that was a bad pun. I'm gonna take you back to the past. However, not to play bad games, but rather to show you something I made a long time ago as a kid. It's a book of lame, random comics. They all have weird plots. Dracula shoots lemon juice at Jaws the shark, the alien from Aliens is playing basketball, Frankenstein is in school and he wants to eat children, a mummy breaks through a wall, the unoriginal one where a guy asks his friend to give him a hand and a zombie literally gives him a hand, and for some reason a lot of eye-related jokes. However, the comic we want to look at is 2 pages in and is very short, only 7 panels not counting the end panel. Let me lay it out for you. Basically, Godzilla is in Paris and he just picked up the Eiffel Tower and is showing it to some drill guy. The drill guy says, "What are you going to do with that?" Which is then followed by Godzilla entering an ice cream store. The ice cream store then proceeds to explode, revealing Godzilla using the Eiffel Tower as an ice cream cone. Now, as random as a short story may seem, it actually has a pretty interesting backstory. See, I made this comic shortly after playing a Godzilla game at a friend's house. I couldn't remember what console it was, nor what Godzilla game it was. I'm not even sure if I knew it was Godzilla at all. But what I did remember was that the drill guy was actually my favorite character in that mystery game. Years later, I was finally gifted with the game Godzilla Destroy All Monsters Melee for the GameCube. Upon playing it, I was instantly hit with a wave of nostalgia. I recognized the game right away and I finally got closure on who the drill guy was. It turns out, the drill guy is actually Now, I suppose you're wondering how I knew they were the same considering they look nothing alike. Well, one of Megalon's most notable moves is when he drills down into the ground. That must have been the only move I remembered since the drill guy had a drill on his head, and Megalon, despite having drills only on his hands, he would drill into the ground head first. Megalon basically was a wonderful rediscovery of a past childhood favorite. Sonic Heroes is definitely a game I can never stop loving enough. This is the game that single-handedly brought back my childlike love for video games, and I can remember when, too. It was in the middle of Casino Park during one of the pinball segments, the peppy music pounding in my ears, the bright fancy colors flashing in front of my eyes. I began to feel something inside, and I thought to myself proudly, I love video games more than ever now. And I've only completed this with one team, and that team is the majestic yet sometimes annoying Team Rose. Amy and Cream aren't anything special, and Cheese is kinda cool to have around, but the main redeeming quality would have to be the team's power, Big the Cat. Even though E123 Omega is my first favorite Sonic character, there's something about Big's dopiness that's just so so magical.
Oh goody, are we ready? Okay. Ooh, great. Yahoo! We did it! We did it! What? Got the Chaos Emerald! Time to get serious! We won! We won! I wonder if we can win if we try really hard. We did it! We won! Okay, here we go! Kinda super duper happy! Woohoo!
How can you not love that voice? Here we have True Crime Streets of LA for Nintendo's little purple box. This is probably the perfect Grand Theft Auto for a Nintendo console. You've got the gunfights, the crime solving, the carjacking, the completely terrorizing, and how could I forget, the wide array of kid-friendly songs, like this one that I like to call Stupid Marvin. Or there's this song. Anyway, in the past I'm sure I've mentioned that I'm a huge fan of cheat codes and glitches, and this game is definitely not short on those. I can cover glitches and cheats in this game in another video sometime, but what we want to focus on is the secret skin swaps. Basically, what this fun little Easter egg is when you're entering your license plate name, entering a certain combination of usually 4 letters or numbers, and holding L and R upon confirming the plate, will cause the main character Nick Kang to look much different than how he should normally look. You can turn him into an in-game main character, an LA citizen, or even some really weird ones, like this one where you type in J1MM and Nick's skin gets changed into a corpse. It's just plain creepy. But a skin swap even weirder than that also happens to be my number 5 main character I enjoy playing as. If you enter JASS on your license plate, Nick's skin will be turned into a donkey smoking a cigarette. That's right, you just watched a donkey hijack a car, blow it up, and then bust someone for possession of illegal drugs. The only thing that would make this character better would be if the GameCube didn't completely mutilate its textures, because, as you can see, the GameCube version and what I can assume is the Xbox version of the donkey have completely different looks. We're going to pop out of the console market for a bit and take a look at what is still my most favorite app game since I got it, Sonic Dash. However, this time I'm not going to gush about how much I love it, but rather tell a tragic story related to it. It all started on the day when the newest character, Andronic, who's basically Sonic in the shape of an android mascot, was released. In order to receive this adorable little guy, you had to run 50 times as the actual android robot.
Infiltration to the mainstream!
I unlocked Andronic the exact day he was released, despite Sega giving players over a week to unlock him, and I was thrilled. I was happy to have another character to complete my full collection. Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, Amy, Shadow Blaze, Silver Rouge, Cream, and finally Andronic. Unfortunately, I was unaware of what was about to happen later in the week. A few days after getting Andronic, I decided to play the game again. However, I was met with a reminder to unlock Andronic again. I thought to myself how odd it was asking me this when I already got him, but I went ahead and hit the checkbox. That's when I definitely knew something was wrong. Every character except Sonic was locked, I had 0 rings, and every mission, which I had previously 100% completed, was back. That's when I faced the fact that my save data had been wiped. I tried consulting the Sega Help Center for assistance, but there was nothing they could do. So I had to take matters into my own hands. Using Sonic, I re-unlocked the little droid hog, and now he and I have been working hard together to get the gang back. Maybe someday I'll have a 100% completed Sonic Dash game again. But for now, it's just me and my little buddy. Well, and Sonic, but he's just the starter character.